welcome back to Breakdowns and Bows. Happy New Year! It is officially 2026, and honestly, I am ready for a new year. I'm ready for new music. I'm excited to see all the tours that are being announced, all the festivals. I'm really excited to see where the metal community goes and where the rock community in general goes. So, welcome again to Breakdowns and Bows. Let's get rolling with what are we looking forward to in 2026, which, like I said, lots of concerts. I'm gonna go to Bad Omens in March, and I'm really excited about that one because President is gonna be opening, and I actually got a President shirt for Christmas, so I'm actually really excited for that one in San Antonio, Texas. And then I am going to go to Currents, Eras, and Caskets. No wonder Caskets didn't do Dayseekers tour. They were already gearing up for this tour. That's such a sick lineup. That's going to be in April in Albuquerque. And then in May, I'm going to be doing Dayseeker, which I'm really excited about to go see Dayseeker because, again, like they came to El Paso and I just was not able to go. So very sad and very disappointed about that. But like I said, I'm really looking forward to new music. Obviously, we're all waiting for Bad Omens. We're all waiting for Bad Omens to see what they're going to be doing. When are they going to release their album? Is there going to be an album? Is it a full-length album? What is Bad Omens doing? We've just been getting singles and there have been no other announcements. So fans are definitely on the edge of their seat. And it's also, like, I agree with everybody on TikTok, everybody on Instagram, everybody throughout social media, where they were saying that it's kind of weird to announce a big tour the way that they're announcing it and they have no album lined up. Because Currents, they only did an EP, but like it's still cool. You know what I mean? Because it's still a really sick lineup. It's Currents, Eras, and Caskets, like I said. So it's like, okay, they did an EP, fine. Dayseeker, they released their album in 2025 towards the end. They're doing a big tour, but with Bad Omens, it's like they announced this tour and all the fans were like, well, where's anything? So yeah, we're definitely waiting. But the next thing that I want to talk about is how Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens tweeted out, and I'm thinking this is Twitter because somebody sent this to me. It looks like Twitter. Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens said, I'm so excited for new Sleeping with Sirens music in 2026, which I'm like, what? Like, Sleeping with Sirens is going to be announcing new music? That is pretty dang exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't have any confirmation that this is going to be new music. Do not quote me on this. I am speculating because of the fact that Holding Absence has not released new music in quite a while. They have been going through kind of a rough patch as a band. They had some members leave. It was really devastating. They were touring a lot and they were doing a lot of festivals. So when I saw Holding Absence say Holding Absence will return in 2026, I was like, okay, is this going to be new music? Where is the direction of them going to go? Because a lot of people on social media were also talking about how them losing their members, it does really affect the band because a band is not just a singer. A band is the guitarist, the bassist, the drummer, and everybody has like a special part in the band. So I am very curious that if they do release new music in 2026, how is this going to sound? How are they going to move forward as a band? Because they kind of have been going through a little bit of a rough patch, and maybe again we're all just speculating based on what we're seeing, but it looks rough to me because they lost some members and then they had that one festival show where like the band couldn't even show up. It was just Luca, and he had to go and get his friends from another band hop on and play the set for them. I saw them with The Plot and You, and I was really disappointed with that show because their bassist got food poisoning. They didn't play the full show. I felt like I did not get like a full concert and full experience of a live show with Holding Absence last year. So I'm really looking forward to what their message on Instagram means about what does it mean that Holding Absence will return in 2026. Now, Black Veil Brides did say that they are going to be releasing Serenity uh in on January 8th. I'm actually really looking forward to new Black Veil Brides because I'm one of those people that stopped listening to Black Veil Brides after a certain time point, and I'll be blunt and I'll be honest about that. But I really liked Bleeders, Sweeney Todd thing, and I really liked that they were leaning into more screaming and more heaviness. I think that if Black Veil Brides in a new era they focus on that screaming element and that heaviness element, I think that this could be one of the best Black Veil Brides eras, because they are a good band. Andy has a very good voice. That is a band that has had a lot of lineup changes, but I feel like the screaming and the heaviness is the direction to go. And the teasers I'm seeing on social media are making me really excited. I'm actually really, really looking forward to this. Now, next, I am obviously looking forward to Poppy. Poppy gets released this month. I'm super, super excited for Empty Hands to be released on January 23rd. I cannot wait for it. I'm like salivating for it because I didn't even expect Poppy to release new music. I feel like Poppy could have kept riding the wave that she was having on Negative Spaces, but we all know Poppy, like that is not Poppy. I feel like this girl does not stop making new music. She does not stop reinventing herself. She is like a continuous loop of, let me go to a new era, let me give you a new sound, let me give you pop with heavy metal, let me give you all these different mixed genres all in one. And visually, live too, she does such a phenomenal show. So I shouldn't have been surprised that she did this. I just also felt like, wow, girl, like I felt like Negative Space was just such an era and such a moment, and now we're switching over here. And I feel like Bruce Skies, I do agree with everybody, Bruce Skies really keeps that sound that she had in Negative Space, and it shows that she's going to keep leaning on that, because every single one of her albums thus far have all kind of been, okay, let me give you a different sound, let me give you a different genre. She was always putting screaming in there ever since Concrete, but I feel like it always was leaning always more pop, a little more electronic every now and then. I feel like Negative Space was like the first one where it was like, okay, she's really embracing this era. And it was a beautiful era. So I really, really cannot wait, Poppy. Like, I am going to be reviewing this album. I am going to be super excited for it. I just hope that it's not one of those things where I was looking forward to it and then I'm disappointed by it, because it's happened. And we all have to be, prepared for disappointment. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm also still really waiting for the festival announcements, because we have like Rockaville to look forward to, but I want to go. It's one of the festivals I really want to go to, but I want to see what Aftershock is going to do. I want to see what Louder Than Life is going to do, because you know what? The festival lineups for this year, for 2026, have been really disappointing, and I feel like we have just been so blessed with such beautiful lineups, and I feel like now they're tapering off, and now we are getting lineups where we're like, where are the heavy hitters? You know what I mean? I don't mind that these festivals are putting bands on there that, my dog doesn't like that I said that. I don't mind if they're putting bands like Colorblind, on their Wind Wakers, Wind Walkers, because those bands do need the exposure, because they really, really are good and they deserve to be heavy hitters one day. But I just really want like Spirit Box, I really want Poppy and Bad Omens, and I feel like Bad Omens is actually not on a lot of festivals this year. And I've been really, really concerned about Noah's mental health break that he had, and I'm seeing that, like, yeah, like he's doing better and like the music's there and like the creativity's there and everything, but not seeing them on festival lineups a lot this year, it's just kind of like, okay, um so yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in 2026, and I'm going to try my dang near best to get videos out as much as I can. I do post a lot on TikTok, so if you are like, what is going on? Where's the video? What is happening? Check out TikTok because I do post a lot on TikTok. TikTok is where mainly I show stuff. I'm gonna be trying to like transport TikTok and YouTube together, and also on Instagram. You guys can follow me on Instagram. So I have a TikTok, I have an Instagram, I have the YouTube channel. I have all three social media platforms because I just really like talking about music and I really, really like it. Excuse me. My boyfriend is in 2 local bands here in El Paso, Texas. So I also get kind of busy on the weekends. He has a lot of shows stacked up for this month. So I'm very much going to be a supportive girlfriend and I'm going to have to go to all of them. He barely told me that he's going to have to play twice on one of these shows. So I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. So he has a show next Friday, Battle of the Bands. It's going to be at 9 at Lowbrow. And then he has a show on the 24th, Battle of the Bands. And that's just glorious. And then he has a show at Bye Bye Dear. And that one he's going to play twice. I don't know the times for that one. And then he's going to play in Austin, Texas, which I'm really excited about for Austin, Texas. I hope he takes me with him. So yeah, so hopefully I can make more videos. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to in 2026. Cannot wait for this year of music. I feel like we always get blessed. We always get surprised. You guys have a good one. This was Breakdowns and Bows with your host, ASOS. I don't think I introduced myself properly in the beginning, but whatever. Bye.